Hi. In this video, we will be looking at how users can design a complete set of API endpoint flows in a drag-and-drop interface using Astera Data Stack. These APIs can then be deployed to the Astera Server before consumption. API flows can be deployed individually or as a group set in folder hierarchies. Here we have a pre-designed API flow. Let's see how we can deploy this. First, we will click the Deploy API Flow icon in the API Flow toolbar. Similarly, we can also use the Deploy API Flow option from the Project Explorer context menu. This option is only available for API flows. Once selected, the deployment window will appear like this. Here, we will define the deployment name. Since the config file path is optional, we will leave it undefined. Once done, we will click OK. In case of any verification errors, the deployment will not be created, and the success or failure of the deployment status will appear in the job progress window. In this case, as you can see, the deployment is completed successfully. Once the deployment has been created successfully, it becomes visible in the server browser panel. We have now completed the deployment of an API flow. Now let's see how we can group and deploy API flows at the folder level. We can group and deploy API flow as contained within a folder. All the folder nodes present under a project have the Group and Deploy All API flows under this folder option, including the parent.cprj parent node. When this option is selected, only the API flows are verified and deployed, while all the other artifacts are ignored in the deployment process. We will right-click on the desired folder and select the Group and Deploy All API flows under this folder option. In this example, we have grouped and deployed all API flows under the folder called Data. It's evident that the folder, Data, has a nested folder, v1, under it. In case of deploying from a folder that contains nested or child folders, the name of these nested folder or folders will be appended to the API's URL as a part of its resource. After selecting the option, the deployment window will appear like this. Here, we will write the deployment name and click OK. Once selected, all API flows are verified in pushdown mode before the deployment is created. The success or failure of the deployment will appear in the job progress window. In case of any errors, we can use the verification window to identify and fix errors. As evident, since the verification was successful, the API endpoints are visible in the trace. The successfully created deployment is now visible in the server browser. This is how you can group deploy the APIs at the folder level. This concludes how to create API deployments in Astera. For more information on Astera Data Stack, please visit our documentation site. Thank you for watching.